Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. I'm looking at a puzzle by Chef of Death on the screen, which is a great name and one we haven't seen on the channel for well over 6 months. It's only just occurred to me, it could be the name someone gives to themselves if they're a really bad cook. Anyway, we will look at the puzzle in a moment. I do quickly want to mention that on Patreon, of course, we've got our new January Patreon reward, Off by One, by the PBN Institute, aka in this case Panthera. Some brilliant puzzles that are all Japanese sums off by one. Patreon's a great source for other stuff. We've got gridogram connections, some very tough cryptic crosswords there. Do check it out. And also, of course, on the channel, or connected with the channel, we have, well, there's the Discord server. You could look at the links to that and the catalogue of all our puzzles, the snail mail address, but also the apps which do feature line Sudoku and classic Sudoku too, and then the worms as well. So do check all of that stuff out. It's great fun. Now, this is the Witching Hour by Chef of Death, and the rules are relatively straightforward, but somewhat unusual. So normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along a pink line form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order, and digits separated by a white dot have a difference of 3 in this puzzle, and hence the 3 in the circle. And then the clue outside the grid indicates the sum of the first X numbers, where X is the first digit seen. So if this was a 5, 20 would be the sum of the first 5 numbers in this column, including that 5. Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. The link under the video is the place to give it a try. What have we got going on here? Chef of Death said the break-in was the hard part, which is almost always true in these puzzles. I suppose the X sum clues, how big could they be? 6 is not possible for a 20 clue because the first 6 digits have to add up to at least 21. But annoyingly, 6 is possible for a 21 clue. 3 is... Okay, 3 is impossible for a 21 clue because the next 2 digits would max out at 9 and 8, and that would add up to 20. So that one's 4, 5, or 6. This one's 3, 4, or 5. I don't know, is there something about the fact that these are pointing at that cell? I don't think there is. This central box is interesting. These white dots with 3s in, they're making me think about modularity a lot. Because obviously the 2 digits joined by the white dot are going to be of the same modularity, meaning they'll be in the sets 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8 or 3, 6, 9. What does that mean here? Say this was 1, 2, 3. The digits in the connected by the 3 cells would be 4, 5, 6. Actually, maybe that's not very helpful because a 3-cell Renban line, one of these pink lines, is always going to contain digits of each modularity. Well, maybe we colour modularity. Maybe we're looking at this cell. So in this column, this line is going to contain 1 of each modularity. And by modularity, I'm now splitting my keyboard up into vertical strands of 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 3, 6, 9. Now, a Renban is always going to connect 1 of each because of the sequential nature of it. So let's say that had 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 blue. This 3 domino is going to be a pair of one of them. I'm going to just say randomly yellow. And this one randomly blue. Now I know that's not yellow as well because there's going to be 3 yellow digits in every row, column and box, 3 blues, 3 reds. And we've had 2, in fact we've had 3 used up. Now everything else in the column be red. And the same sort of relationship will apply in the top row. That'll be one of each. This will be one colour, and that'll be another colour, and this will be the same colour as that. So this is the same colour as that. And therefore these are from the same modularity. Now, they're either the same digit as each other, in which case they're both 4s or both 5s, or this one's a 3 and this one's a 6, which is also possible. I don't like to colour these yellow and blue because I don't know which will be which in relation to these. I don't know, I feel I'm doing something here, something that matters, but I don't quite know what it is. I mean, obviously this group is going to be one each. This is going to be one of each modularity here. Yellow, red and blue. And that's going to use the third yellow in the box. So this can't be yellow. So one of these two is definitely yellow. And that's red or blue. I mean, is that any use? No, it probably isn't. That is going to be the same modularity as that. I do think it's probably right to think about modularity, but I mean, I'm very convinced in my own head that these are going to be different. Now, is there a reason they can't be the same? That's worth thinking about. If they were the same, let's say these were both 4s. There is an interesting point, and it's in box 1. I don't know if this works, but that digit would not be 4. That would, let's say that was the 1 in this set, if these were both 4s. That was the 1. Then 7 would be the red digit appearing in both of these lines. Okay, well, I tell you what couldn't happen is 4 in both of those, 7 in the corner, and then 1 being the red digit in both of these Ren bands, because they would then both have to be 1, 2, 3. And that would be too many digits from 1, 2, 3 in box 1. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't work the other way around. If those were 4s and that was a 1, these could be 7s. And it may not work with 5, 2, 8 at all, because the same ratios don't really apply. No, I'm missing this. I'm missing the point. I wonder what it is. Double blue there. There's definitely not roping, because one blue is going to be here. Well, no, a maximum of, well, okay, there's definitely not roping. I don't know. Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'm grasping at things and not quite getting how this gets put together. I did think I was on to... I mean, it's interesting that I know that these are of the same modularity. That's somewhat unexpected. And we've got these lines that are also... We've got the Phistomefel ring containing... at least 4 digits of each modularity. I don't know how to use that. Oh gosh, this is weird. Is it these funky twisted lines with a bend in them? That is going to be different modularity from those two. This digit sees all of those three, so it can't appear on this line. There must be a blue digit on this line. No, I don't know how to use that. If these were both fives, is that worth thinking about? All of these three circles, the dominoes that use the three circles, will contain a middly digit. They'll either be 1 4, 4 7, 2 5, 5 8, 3 6 or 6 9. So they must use a middly digit. And this is a middly digit in this column. So all three middly digits have been used in these 5 cells. That's quite interesting. This is either 1 2, this is an extreme Renban. It's either 1 2 3 or 7 8 9. Well, that is a discovery. That is very interesting. Now that doesn't apply here. Yes, this is perfect. Now I know these are different, I think. Right, follow this along with me. This uses the middly yellow digit. This uses the middly blue digit. And this uses the middly red digit. Therefore, these don't use 4, 5 or 6. This is either 1 2 3 or 7 8 9. Now that... We do also know that these are yellow and blue in some order and use the yellow and blue middly digits. If this also used the red middly digit, this would have to be extreme and this would have to be extreme, and they'd both have to be the same form of extreme, I think. If this was middly, this is where I'm going. If this is 4 or 5, these would both have to be extreme, and this would always be the same contributor to both rows or columns. This would either be the low digit 1, say, I'm talking about if these were 4, this could be a 1, and that would stop these both being 1 2 3. They'd both have to be 7 8 9, and that would be a problem for these 4 cells in the same box. Or if that was the high digit, let's say these were from the 2 5 8 group, that might be 8, and that would stop these both being 7 8 9 and make them both 1 2 3 again, and again you'd have too many of the same digit or too many very low digits in box 1. So the point of that is that these cannot both be middly digits, or you're going to end up with 4 of the same 3 digits here in box 1. Therefore, one of them is not a middly digit. That's this one, which is a 3, because we know that's the same modularity as this digit. That's a 6. That is a lovely break-in, Chef of Death. I mean, that really is lovely. Now, we now know that red... Oh, this digit is red and sees both 3 and 6. That is 9. Isn't it? Yeah, that is a modular set. So, these digits include 6. These ones include 3. And frankly, I don't have those problems anymore. I don't have the problems of these being extreme. Actually, these are extreme, because in this column, these were always going to use up the 3 middly digits. So that's now 1 2 3. And these pairs are, in one case, 4 7, and in the other 5 8. But this is now not from 1 2 3. In fact, 1 and 2 can't be on that Renban because 3 can't. So 1 and 2 are in these pairs, along with 4 and 5. And this is a 6 7 8 Renban. Now we can use the X sum clues. 3 plus 8 9 makes 20. 6 plus 1 2 3 4 5 in the next 5 cells makes 21. So these digits are 7, 8, 9, and this one is being pointed at by both those X-sum clues, but especially by an 8, 9 pair. So that's a 7. Now, this Renban, 8, 9, 3, 7 are not available. That is all the middly digits, 4, 5, 6. That's a 1, 2 pair. This is gorgeous. There must be a 3 on this Renban because of the digits we're selecting from. Wow, what a crazy puzzle. It's superb though. It's a superb break in that. You know, it's so elegant. It's like the Paul Dirac quote. If something's beautiful, you know it's right. That break-in is so elegant, it is the right break-in. I'm absolutely convinced. Still got to solve the puzzle. Brilliant though, brilliant. Anyway, stop talking about that, Mark, and try and solve this puzzle. This digit must be in one of these cells because it's not allowed on its own Renban again, and it's not allowed in those cells. So this is either 4 or 5 or 1 or 2 from there. I don't know, that doesn't really help. Right, what do we do next? These are not from 4, 5, 6. So they're from one end of the spectrum or the other. If they were from 7, 8, 9, they'd be forming a triple with that. If they were from 1, 2, 3, the trouble is this digit could be an extreme digit. If that was 6, that could be a 7, 8 pair. It's interesting, this digit can't be 7 because that would have to be 8, 9, and with 8, 9 there you'd have to put 8, 9 here. You'd break this cell. So that digit can't be a 7. It can't be 8 or 9. And it's not 3. So it's 1, 2, 4, 5 or 6. It can't be 5 because you'd need to put a 4 or a 6 in one of these cells. So it's either 6 with that being 7, 8 or 4 with that being 3, 2, or this is a lower, or there'd be a 3 in one of these cells. And this Renban I have not thought about. It's the one in the Phistomefel ring that I haven't thought about. It's obviously not 9, 8, 7 or that would break. This Renban uses 4 or 5. Sorry, this white dot uses 4 or 5. This uses, okay, this is not 9, 8, 7 because that would break. It's not 8, 7, 6 because that would break. Oh, there's quite a few things it's not. It's not 1, 2, 3 because that would break. Now, I haven't ruled out 7, 6, 5. That would make this 8, 4, 1. So 7, 6, 5 is possible here. But I also think 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5 is not possible because these need a 4 or a 5 on. So this is either 2, 3, 4 or, what did I say, or 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to note, I mean this is useless pencil marking. This Renban is either 2, 3, 4, making that a 1 and that a 6, or it's 5, 6, 7, making that 4, 1 and that 8. That would give us 2, 3, 9 here. 8, 1. Oh, either of those possibilities is quite pushily extreme. I don't know how to keep that pencil marking because it's just confusing if I write it there. What about this then? that has got a 4. This isn't. Oh, all of the 4 cells on this Ren band see those 3. So this is a set of 7 different cells. Is that any use? One of them is, I mean, there are various digits that have to be here, like 9 and 6. 9 and 6 can't both be on this Ren band because that can't link them. So one of 9 or 6 is in this column, this bit of this column. Now, if 6 was in this bit of this column, this would have to be selected from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This Ren band. And it would have to use 2, 3, 4, and they couldn't appear in these cells. Things would be quite constrained if 6 is in one of these cells, but otherwise it's here. I don't quite know how to use that. Oh, this puzzle is confusing me quite a lot. Could I have worked out... Oh, 2, 3, 4 was maybe the less likely version. Oh, it doesn't work. 2, 3, 4 doesn't work because it leaves 1, 5 for that pair. That's no good. Right, let's go through the whole set again. 1, 2, 3 doesn't work because it breaks that cell. 2, 3, 4 makes that a 1, 5 pair, which is wrong. 3, 4, 5 uses both 4 and 5, and this pair needs one of them. 5, 6, 7 is going to be right. 6, 7, 8 breaks that cell. 7, 8, 9 breaks that cell. Goodness me. This is a 5, 6, 7 triple. This pair doesn't have a 5 on and is a 4, 1 pair. That's now a 2, 5 pair. This digit is not 2 or 6 in the row. It's 1 or 4. 5, 6, 7 makes this an 8. That's a 6, 7 pair. This group is 2, 3, 9. That fixes this cell, makes it 8. 2, 3 are in that set, so this digit's a 1. In this row, this pair sees 1, 2, 3, 9, 8 in the row, 6, 7 in the box. That's a 4, 5 pair. This is where 6, 7 goes. This digit is 1 or 4. I think these two have to be a 2, 3 pair now, because they can't feature both 1 and 4, or that cell can't be filled. And they can't feature 5 or 6 because of this. So that's a 2, 3 pair now. This is 5 in the corner. This is not 3 in the corner. In fact, not 5 either. That's now a 4, 6 pair. That fixes this, and this digit becomes 8 or 9. This pair doesn't have 4, 6 in. 3, 5, 2, 6, 4. 1 and 7 are in this group. Goodness me, how it all comes together suddenly. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. These are from 1, 7, 8, 9. Let's just put that in. And it's the central... I was wondering at one point if the central box was the break-in. That's going to be the final disambiguator, I think, now. Anyway, 3 was in that group. There's this line to think about. No, maybe this one first. Yeah, there's a lot of... Well... This line is complicated by having the extra cell. Oh, they all see these 3 as well. So this is the same... Well, this is a group of 7 that are different as well. Where does that digit go in this column? Not in the same box, not on the same Ren band. It must be in one of those 2 cells. I'm going to have to work out what the possibilities are for this, which is a surprise. Right, there are things that this can't be, like 876 and 765, which would... Oh no, but it's not necessarily a triple because that's in the Ren band too. Oh, that's confusing. Right, let's work on this cell. If this was a 1, that would have to be 2, 3, 4, which would break that cell. Impossible. If this was a 2, 3 and 4 would be in this group. I can't rule that out completely. Oh, I've still got the, excuse me 1 second. I do have to answer that. There we go. If, what did I say earlier? That 6 and 9 can't both be on the Ren band, so one of them is here. And if it's 6, this Ren band is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's also the issue that 9 has to be placed in this column. If it's there, we know this is an 8, 7 bit of the Ren band. There is another issue with these two cells which are not on this Ren band. They're either from the same end of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequence. If this is 3, 4, 5, that's 2 and 1. And then this would be 3, 4, 5, and things would break. That cell would break. So if this was 3, 4, 5, that's 2, that's 1, this is 3, 4, 5, that cell's broken. So this is not 3, 4, 5, and now there's no 5 on this Ren band. And yet now 2 and 3 are used on this Ren band, and 2 is not used in these cells. This digit is 4 or 5. Now, if that was 1, 2, 3, these are 4 and 5. And then these have to be, if that was 5 in that situation, this would be 4, these would be 6, 7, 8, and that cell would be broken. So these are not 5 and 4. I don't think this digit can ever be 4 now, therefore. This is an extreme in the sense of these 5 cells. This is a 1 or a 5. Sorry, I'm going to be back in a second. I just have to check what's going on at the door. It's okay, the delivery did arrive and was received. Now, this was 1 or 5. If that was 5, this is 4. This would have to be 3, 2, 1, and that would break that cell, surely. If this was, yes, this is a 1 instead. Right. That's a 2, 3, 4 Ren band. This is a 5. Now we've got separation between these two, and I think that's going to help. Now, this can't involve 6 and 7, or that gets broken. So it must involve 4 and 3. Yeah, it must do. And that's going to fix this cell as a 2. This one, no, this one as a 5. This is 3. These are either 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 6. Well, they can't be 2, 3, 4 because of that 2. So they are 3, 4, 6. That's now 7 at the top. That's 6. I'm getting rid of the colour. The colour was potentially useful and sort of helped get the break in quite significantly, but it didn't do anything after that. 7, 5, 3, 4, 6, 1. These are from 2, 8, 9. In fact, 5's not on this pair, so it's a 4, 7 pair. What's not on that pair? 4's not on that pair. It's a 5, 8 pair. These are 1, 7, 9 by elimination. These are from 2, 3, 8. Right. This digit can't be a 2, or we would need 3 on this line, and it can't be that. So that's 9 or 8. These are pretty high. They're from 6, 7, 8, 9 in any circumstance. That one can't be an 8. They must include 7, and that's now not a 7. It's a lovely puzzle, this. It's really good. They include a 7. Now, I'm sure the rest of this, I still haven't touched the middle box. I'm sure the rest of this is coming together. Somehow. There's a 7 there. What about this bottom row? Oh, 4 there. sorts out 6 in the corner. Now 6 can't be on this line, and it must be a 7, 8, 9 line. And 7, 8, 9 see all of these cells, which can't have an 8 or 9 in. So they become 2 and 3. This becomes 8, that's 9. This is 7, that's 8. And all of these are getting resolved down here. Beautiful, beautiful puzzle. 9 there. This is a 1, 5, 6 triple. That 8 and 2, which I was looking for earlier, are done. Right, we're going to have to approach the middle box in a moment. How is this going to get resolved? Oh, hang on, that can't be 9. Ah, is it to do with 8? Because we've got that single 8 there. Oh no, look, 2 is looking across to here. So there's a 2 in one of these cells and an 8 in one of these. Well, they're from the same modular set, aren't they? That's really weird. So if 8 is in this cell, 2's in one of those with 5. If 2 is in this cell, 8's in one of these with 5. Is that any help? I don't know. Oh, this can't be. Look, we've got a 5 or 8 here. I'm getting very confused by this now. This can't be a 5-8 pair. That's probably not very helpful. Ah, this can't be 8, because that would be a 2-5 pair, and that would be broken. So this cell is not 8. So now this is an 8-5 pair. Now this can't be 2, because it wouldn't be able to touch that. I mean, I know that because it's the same modularity. It wouldn't be able to touch that on the Renban. And this can't be 2, because that would have to be a 5. Goodness me, so this is 2. That's beautiful as well. Actually, this puzzle is just class all over. That's a 4, 1 at the top. This is now 6. That's 7, and column 6 is largely done. This is a 4. They don't have 3. They don't have 7. These don't have 4. These don't have 6. Goodness. Right. That was really interesting. That's a 5-8 pair. That takes 5 out of this cell, 8 out of this one. Didn't do a lot, did it? Got that 3. That takes 3 out of this cell. Now, it does put 3 onto one of these pairs. So one of them is a 3-6 pair. Now, does that break something? Yes, look, it breaks if you put it here. If that was 3-6, both of these cells would be 4s. So I've got to put the 3-6 down here. That's beautiful again. 4. That's going to sort out so many of these things. That's now a 5. This is 8. This is 9 over the other side. This is not allowed to be 8, so we found 8 over here. That sorts out the 5-8 pair. Now I can fill in the Renban with 7 and 6 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 9 are a pair here. They'll get resolved in a moment. Let's do this 1-7 pair. This 6-4 pair. This 1-7-9 triple must be available now. It is. Now we can do the pairs in columns 4 and 5 somehow. 6-5 get resolved there. 5-1, 1-9, 9-2 and 2-3. What a fantastic puzzle. The Witching Hour by Chef of Death. That's superb. Really like that. Absolutely, exactly as advertised. A tough break-in, very interesting. Very much directing you down paths of thought you're not expecting to have in this sort of puzzle. And that's just what we like. Thank you for following us on the channel at all. It's such a pleasure to have your company and enjoying these brilliant logical masterpieces. We'll see you again tomorrow for more handcrafted Sudoku. Bye for now.